I see some South Africans calling themselves the giants of Africa already. South Africans are struggling so hard with all their might, with all their power. They are putting power to become the giant of Africa by force. They want to replace Nigeria to become the giant of Africa. They want to be called the giant of Africa. I saw a post of them saying that the real giant of Africa is performing well, is doing this, is doing that at the Olympic Games. I saw the post. I just ignored. You understand? But then I started thinking, what do South Africans mean by calling themselves the real giants of Africa? You understand? What do they mean if you say the real giants of Africa, referring to South Africa? It means that you are belittling another giant. It means that you acknowledge that there's another giant of Africa, which according to you is not the real one. So you are the real giant of Africa. So, you know me now. When I see anything, any attack on Nigeria is an attack on Najee. An attack on Nigeria is an attack on me because I will take it personally. You know why? Because Nigerians don't have time for this. Nigerians don't have time to defend their image. Nigerians are not defending their reputation out there. They don't care what people say about them, but they don't know that it's affecting many Nigerians. There are many Nigerians who are having difficulties to travel because they are Nigerians. They have difficulties to get jobs. They have challenges here and there just because they are Nigerians. Because of the way Nigerians have sat quiet and allow African countries, Ghana, South Africa, and others to deform the name Nigeria, to destroy the reputation of Nigeria, to the point where being a Nigerian anywhere in the world seems to be a problem. That's why this thing cannot be taken for granted. I don't know why Nigerians are sleeping on it. We cannot continue to tolerate it because it's affecting the lives of many Nigerians. But right now, South Africans want to rub shoulders and call themselves the giant of Africa. And I'm here to remind South Africa why you will never become the giant of Africa. So this video is for you South Africans. And I want to tell you that you South Africans will never be called the giants of Africa. You will never replace Nigeria as the giant of Africa. And I will give you proof and why so. You get the point? You will never. Just forget it in your wildest dreams, in your wildest imagination. South Africa, you will never become the giant of Africa. And if you want to understand why, if you are really interested to know, watch this video and see why you will never have that title. Okay? So relax, sit down, cool, and watch your boy Ajo Magzi speak some real facts into your brain that has been affected by white man for centuries and centuries. Maybe after watching and listening to me, you will have some sense as a South African in your brain. You get the point? So what qualifies you to become the giant of Africa? Why was Nigeria called the giant of Africa? Why did Nigeria gain the title the giant of Africa? What did Nigeria do to be called the giant of Africa? It's not one thing. It's not because Nigeria was the biggest economy in Africa. No. Don't even go there. If you think Nigeria became the giant of Africa just because Nigeria was the biggest economy in Africa, then you are making a very, very big mistake. So now that South Africa has overtaken Nigeria to become the biggest economy in Africa, they are starting to have those thoughts, which only tells me one thing, that all the time that Nigeria was the top, all the time we call Nigeria the giant of Africa, it pains South Africans. South Africans are not happy about it. They're jealous. They get envy. You understand? That's why now, they are so quick. They are so hungry to seize that title away from Nigeria, which will never work. So Nigeria became the giant of Africa, not just because Nigeria was the biggest economy in Africa, but because Nigeria was doing the following things. Number one, the film industry in Nigeria represents Africa far and beyond. The film and the movie industry in Nigeria gave African movie industry a name. Until today, no African country has taken that away from Nigeria, and no African country will ever, South Africa, ever, no African country will ever do what Nigeria has done in the movie industry, representing Africa on Netflix, representing Africa in Nollywood, Hollywood, everywhere in this world. We know Africa movie, Africa cinema, Africa anything, thanks to the Nigerian movie industry. The Nigerian music industry has done the same. Today, Africa is known on the global stage to the point where even your Tyler from South Africa and other South Africans are winning Grammy Awards today because of the effect of the Nigerian music industry. What Nigeria has contributed to Africa in terms of music, in terms of entertainment, You cannot compare it to none until now. Who can do it? Can you South Africans do what Nigerians are doing in the music industry? Can you do what Nigerians are doing in the movie industry? Until you can do that and more and represent Africa in that dimension, then you are becoming a contender, and that is not all. That is not even all. Now look at this other category. Look at this other aspect. When it comes to African immigrants, Africans who are accomplishing things abroad, Africans who are accomplishing things in the field of medicine, in the field of technology, in the field of mathematics, in the field of science, in the field of IT, in every academic institution in the world that makes UK, makes America, makes Canada, makes Europe to know that Africa is a serious contender for business. You are not going to take any African for granted. To know that an African student can become the best overall student in the university in America and in Europe. Nigerians. I have never heard of a South African that became the overall best student in any university in America or Europe or anywhere. Even in South Africa, Nigerian students do better than you South Africans there. Giving Africa a powerful name, a dignifying name, an amazing name to be celebrated globally. I don't see any African. In fact, South African, you people don't even go to school. You're mumu too much. So what impact are you creating on Africa's education? How are you contributing to develop Africa's education or give Africa education a reputable name? How many professors, how many doctors, how many elite educators can you be proud of in South Africa? How many? You want to become the giant of Africa. In what sense? In what sense? I'm not done. I'll tell you. I will tell you what you want to hear. Don't me South Africa, you not go fear me. Okay. South Africa, what is your population? Nigeria also became the giant of Africa because out of every 10 Africans, if you go out of every 10 Africans anywhere in this world, there is a probability that about 4 or 5 of them will be Nigerians. Go to America, go abroad, go anywhere. Select 5 African immigrants randomly on the street. 6 of them will be Nigerians. So the population, their capacity to influence the economy, their capacity to influence entertainment, their capacity to influence business, their capacity to influence every sector on the continent of Africa makes Nigeria the giant of Africa. So you can only dream, but you will never become the giant of Africa. And even though your economy is currently bigger than Nigeria's economy because of inflation, only inflation, because of the fall of the Naira, don't forget that the economy you are boasting of, you have nothing to contribute in. You don't have any share in it because everything belongs to your white colonial masters. So you are not even free. Talk less of becoming the giant of Africa. Guys, go and rest as South Africans. You cannot compare with Nigeria and you will never be on the same level. It is what it is. Your boy Ajay Maxi. Smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Come back anytime you're free because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.